What's up guys? Welcome to Forex Whale Education Channel.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to cover the topic of breakout. So breakout is a very popular strategy among retail traders. There are plenty of traders out there using this strategy and it has a high winning rate. Okay, so we're going to cover three things when it comes to breakout. Okay, the very first one, okay, when trading breakouts, okay, I would normally just use three strategy. The first one is that classic breakout pullback entry. Okay, usually this is found in RBS, SBR, okay, and all that. Okay, I believe that we have already covered the topic on RBS and SBR. Okay, the second technique that we can use when trading breakout is to find a consolidation. Okay, find a market that is consolidating, consolidates, okay, and then or a sideways market. Okay, when the price breaks the sideways, either to the upside or to the downside, all we got to do is just ride with the trend. Okay, so that is the second. And then the third is trendline breakout with a minimum of 3 touch. Okay, this is my favorite. I would usually just search for this setup and then I'll trade it. Okay, so we're gonna look into all these three strategies that is very popular among traders. So what is a breakout pullback entry? Okay, in the previous video we have already covered on SBR. Okay, so let's do that once again. So here is our support level, okay, and this is a major support level. All right, so all we got to do is just place this horizontal ray on that line, okay, somewhere around here. All right, so now we saw that there is this breakout happening at this particular level. Okay, so there is this breakout because of a very strong sell-off. Okay, and then price created once again another push to the downside. Okay, so if you're trading this breakout strategy, first of all you must make sure that price breaks through that previous support level completely. Okay, so we have our first support here and our another support, but then when the breakout happens, this is the first breakout, what you can see is that price was not able to break through it completely. Okay, it couldn't break this previous support completely. Right, so I'll draw it again for you so you can see it clearly. Okay, place our horizontal lines here. Okay, and then we have our support here. Okay, we have our support here. So price couldn't break through that support level completely. Okay, so this first breakout, this was the strong push to the downside, but then it wasn't able to break through it completely. So when trading breakouts, you must make sure that the price breaks the previous support or resistance completely before you can place your trades. So in this second breakout, this second push to the downside, we can see that price now has already completely broken the previous support. So here's your new support level. All right, so now you have your support level that is completely penetrated through this support level and this support level here. What you can do is wait for the SOP, the very classic SOP. I think you guys have heard it before. So it is the breakout pullback, and then you can place your entry. Okay, very simple. So do we have a breakout here? We do have a breakout. So this is our first breakout. All right, so price created this new support here, and then once it does that breakout, it does a pullback. Did it do a pullback? And it stayed within this support level. Okay, it stayed within this support level, so we place our entry here. Okay, and then now price went all the way down to this level. So that is a successful trade. Okay, so let's look for more examples in the charts. This is just one example. So go back home and do your research, do your exercise, try to find all this. Okay, so all examples. Okay, so now we see that there is this. Okay, we have already covered this. Okay, so this is your resistance. Okay, this is your resistance, this is your resistance. Okay, and then price created this support. So before that, price created a strong breakout. Okay, this is a strong move to the upside, breaking this previous support level. Okay, it breaks through this support level. Okay, so it does signify or giving us the signal that price is going to go up some more. Okay, so price came back, did a pullback. So do we have a breakout? We do have a breakout. So this is first, this is the breakout. And then does it do a pullback? Yes, it does a pullback. So next is for us to wait for price to come back in to that zone. Okay, for as long as it does not break this support here. Okay, that buying position that we have here on our horizontal line is still valid. Okay, so we have this is our, sorry, okay, this is the breakout, and then this is the pullback. Okay, and then we place our entries here. So it went all the way up to our take profit level. Okay, so this is one example on the very classic breakout pullback entry. So let's find another example. Okay, let's just find 3 examples for each technique. Right, let's just find 3 examples. Okay, now here, can you see that there is a strong breakout here? Okay, this is a solid breakout, guys, a solid breakout. Okay, so where was the previous support located? The previous support was located around this level. Okay, so do we have a strong breakout that breaks the previous support? Yes, we do. Okay, and that strong breakout is now labeled in this blue zone. Okay, so we have a breakout, price created a new low here or a new support. Okay, it has to break through that support properly. Okay guys, so now we have a new support, and that support has now completely break the previous support. So now all you can do, okay, what you can do is just draw this line. Okay, so this is your new sell zone. So does price do a pullback? Yes. Does it do a breakout? Yes. So we have to ready. Okay, we have our breakouts and then we have our pullback. So next is for us to place our entry once price comes back into this blue zone. Once price comes back into that blue zone, we can place our sell. And look at what happened. Price went down lower. Okay, so this is the third example for a breakout pullback entry. Okay, the second strategy is for us to look for a consolidation. So when price consolidates, it simply means that there is no decision yet. So price does not know where to go. It might want to go up, it might want to go down. So our job is to locate all these sideways or this consolidation. So after a strong push to the upside, what does price do? Okay, price maintain its position at one place. Okay, price maintain that move only in one place. So if I were to switch to line chart, you can see that price is consolidating. Okay, so it started this consolidation when, okay, let's check. It started on the 11th of November, and then only in the 19th November it decided to break through this consolidation. So once you find a consolidation or a sideways market, wait till price does a breakout. Okay, this is all related to your support and resistance. For example, okay, so here's your resistance, here's your support, and then you also have your support here, and then you have your support. Okay, so when price does this consolidation, when it decided to gives us the direction, for example in this chart, price decided to break through it to the downside, we must make sure that price breaks through all these support in that consolidation zone. So price create this consolidation and then break through it. So once price break through this level, which is the last support level, then only we can place our entry. Okay, and why am I saying this? It's simply because there is that possibility of a fake out. Okay, so price could just do this. I'll give you a scenario. Okay, price could just do this. Okay, price can just consolidate, okay, and then does a very small breakout, but it didn't break through this previous support or any of these other support. So it does this, it was just fooling with you, it teases you, and then it comes back into the zone only to complete its move to the upside. So wait till it really does a strong rejection or a strong breakout to the direction it's heading to. Okay, so this is one example. Let's look for another example. Okay, find a market that is consolidating. So here you can see that price consolidates for a bit, right? You can see price was consolidating. Okay, this was a very long consolidation, so it was a sideways since 9th of October and only decided to break out on the on the 13th of October. So when price does this consolidation, okay, it took quite a while for it to break through with a strong rejection to the upside. So here you're seeing that, okay, these are all the consolidation. Okay, these are all the consolidation that was going on, and you see that there is a strong push to the upside, okay, breaking through all these previous resistance that we have next to it. Okay, so price breakthrough strongly, so you can just ride on the trend. Okay, but for this case, price did go up, created a new resistance, breaking these two previous resistance that is signaling for a strong breakout, but it does a pullback, a little pullback, okay, and then continue that journey to the upside. So this is one of the scenario. So when we're talking theoretically, it just doesn't happen theoretically. We can draw the theory nicely, but when it comes to the market, it decides what it wants to do. So just be prepared. So when trading this consolidation, for example, you saw that there is this breakout. I'll just make it easy for you to look at it. Okay, when it does this strong breakout, okay, and then you have identified your consolidation area, which was somewhere around here. Okay, know that your stop loss is below this area, below that consolidation area. So if you were to place your trades after price broke through these two resistance, okay, you will be floating, but your stop loss is somewhere around this area, so you're still safe. And then you hold on to your position until it reaches your intended take profit level. Okay, one more example. Okay, we can just switch to another time frame. Maybe we can look at GBP AUD, for example. Okay, so here you go. You see that there is a consolidation going on here. Okay, so identify your support and resistance first. So you have your support here, and then you have another support, and then price consolidates here. Okay, it decided to break through this support, and this support after making that strong push here. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. It only does that after that strong push. So now once you see that price has done this breakout and it breaks through at least two support before it, then you can just place your entry immediately after that breakout, after it breaks through this support and support. So your stop loss would be above this consolidation area. Okay, and then it went all the way down. So this is one example. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, before we move on to the third way of trading breakout, so here's another one. It's a very obvious example here. Okay, Very obvious example. So price was consolidating, so we have your support here, support, and then support. Okay, so instead of moving to the upside, price decided to break through it to the downside. So price created this breakout, guys. Price created this breakout. So as I've mentioned before, your stop loss would be somewhere around here. Okay, your stop loss would be here, just right above the sideways. Okay, and if it breaks through at least 2 or 3, okay, once it does that, then only you can place your sell position immediately. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you to understand. So this is the second way to trade breakouts. So what are the other way for you to trade breakouts? Okay, my personal favorite is a 3-touch breakout from the trend line. For example, this one. Okay, so in the first video, in the SNR video, I've already mentioned that if you're not able to identify your SNR properly, you will not be able to advance into the other technique. Okay, so now it's very clear that, okay, it's very clear that you need to know your SNR properly. Okay, so 3-touch trendline breakout, that is the third technique that you can apply. So you have all this resistance level here, then you have this, okay, and then you have this. Okay, for as long as there is a 3-touch trendline breakout, okay, just connect point A, point B, point C. You have how many here? You have at least 1, you have 2, you have 3, and then you have 4. And then price does a breakout, you place your trades immediately. Only if price does a strong breakout, okay, not just tiny breakouts, but a very strong bullish breakout. If it does this, and once the candle closes like this, you can place your buy immediately. Okay, there's no need to wait for a pullback or whatever. Okay, so your stop loss would be below this area. Okay, so this is one example. Okay, this is you taking the advantage of a very strong push, okay, in the market. And then you have another one here. Okay, you have another one here too. Okay, so you have your resistance here. Okay, just draw a breakout. Okay, so since price does a breakout, it consolidates for a bit, but once it does this strong push, okay, there's this strong push here, then only you can place your entries immediately. So these are examples coming from GBP AUD. So a lot of you are trading gold, so let's look at gold. Let's look at gold now. Okay, so can you see this? Okay, so this is your resistance, and then your resistance. So you're seeing a 3-touch trend line breakout here. So when price does that, okay, because the first condition that needs to be met is for a strong breakout, but price does this, okay, it doesn't do. So do not place your trade immediately. If it's doing this, then don't place your trade. But if it does this, okay, it created this new resistance, breaks through at least 2 of the previous trendline breakouts, does a pullback, then you can consider to buy. Otherwise, if it does a strong rejection, breaking out of this trend line, then you can consider placing your trades immediately. Otherwise, you can wait for a breakout. So this is one example. So this scenario is very different. Okay, so you have to adapt to the current market formation. If you cannot adapt to the current market, then it will be very difficult for you to make your decision. Okay, so let's look for another example. Okay, so we've been looking at all these buys, so let's look at the sell. Okay, so here you see there is at least 3 touch, 1, 2, 3, a minimum of 3 touch. So price, let's see the condition it's in. Okay, it does a breakout, but very tiny ones, until it does a breakout and it does a pullback, and it does not break through the trend line back. Okay, it still breaks through it. Okay, it still breaks through it, but it doesn't break strongly, so you wait for a pullback. Okay, you wait for a pullback and then you place your entries. Okay, or you can just place your position immediately, but I would say if the breakout is not strong enough, please wait for a pullback somewhere around that area. Okay, but if you want to take the risk, then you can. Remember, your stop loss is just somewhere above it, above the previous structure. Okay, so it started to break from here, so your stop loss is right above there. You can just place your sell immediately. So let's look for another sell example. It's always happened in the charts. This one also, it's pretty obvious that there is more than 3 touch. Okay, it's very obvious that it has more than 3 touch. Okay, it does a breakout, and let's look at the condition it was when it does that breakout. A very strong push to the downside, so you can place your entries immediately, your sell, then your stop loss would be above that previous resistance that broke through the trend line. Okay, so these are one of the ways. Look at how much lower it went. Okay, so I hope this explanation is clear enough. Okay, you can give it a try, do your back test, do it on your demo account. Okay, once you're familiar, once you're comfortable with this technique, then you can apply it in the real market with real money. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.